everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and today is the 20th of October when I'm filming this, which is a Sunday, and I'm planning to taste today my first Pawpaw fruit of 2024. This is from my Prima tree, and I'd found it, if you saw the short video I made, I found it fallen off the tree but was being held in a net, but I didn't think it was quite ripe enough to eat, so I decided to leave it in the fruit bowl for a few days next to some bananas to see if it would colour up a little bit better, because I still think it's a bit hard in places, but it's got some give here. So I thought what we'd do is weigh it first. It's not a big fruit. It's 127 grams, 4.4 ounces, so just over just over a quarter of a pound. So as I said, not a large fruit compared to what they can get to, although possibly not in the UK, but it looks ready to eat. And this is a Prima. I think it's called Prima 1216. Believe it's an Italian developed cultivar, not one of the American ones, but one advantage of Prima is it is self-fertile. It does seem to set fruits on its own, as my one did before I got another flowering tree. So I did get fruits on it, and I'm growing it in a container, so while it's not thriving and it doesn't produce large quantities of decent sized fruits, it is possible to get fruits on a pawpaw tree grown in a container. So I'm going to cut this open and see what it's like inside. So I'll flip the camera around and we'll have a look, see if it's nice or not. Okay, so welcome back to part 2 of the video. However, the sharp-eyed amongst you are going to realise that there's something distinctly odd about the second part of the video, in that it doesn't actually tally up with the first part of the video. What happened was I did a full tasting, obviously, on the fruit that you just saw in the first part of the video, and I did a tasting and a bricks test and discussed the flavour and the interior. And what I didn't notice was I hadn't pressed the record button properly on the camera, and I completed about a 3 or 4 minute second part, only to realise after I'd finished eating the pawpaw that when I went to look at it back, there was no video. So I've had to wait 2 or 3 days, hence the reason this is a bit disjointed, before another Prima fruit fell off the tree. This one's actually a little bit riper. I don't think it'll be overripe, and it's not quite as large as the other fruit, but it will still do the purpose for tasting, and I can still do a bricks test on it. This one may be slightly riper and sweeter. The other fruit had a bricks of 19, which I thought was pretty impressive. So whether or not this one's going to be worse or better remains to be seen. So we'll cut this open, and again, as I said, this is still a Prima fruit. I've got an inkling it might even be slightly riper. Now the other one had 3 seeds in, this one, which is a small fruit's got 2. So I'm just going to see if I can manage to get some juice onto the refractometer. It's easier said than done with these, because I don't give up the juice very easily. So let's just see what the bricks is on this one, if I can manage to read it. Try and get some more juice, because it's really hard to get an accurate reading on it, to be honest. Let's try again. As I said, they're not particularly juicy fruit. Okay, that's 19 as well, so that's as juicy as the other one. So let's just try this and see what this one tastes like in comparison. As I said, I think it's a little bit softer and riper. Very pleasant. I don't actually think it's quite as nice as the one I had the other day. Sometimes I find these Prima have a bit of a little aftertaste to them. It's kind of a custardy, banana-y type flavour. Very pleasant. Obviously I'm going to save the seeds out of this, put it in with the others. I'm not going to keep them separate. Let's see what this... Best way to clean the seeds is in your mouth, to be honest. Well, this is quite yellowy flesh on this one. Looks a little bit paler on the camera. As I said, the small fruits are possibly not as flavoursome, but it's a good sugar content. I don't think it tastes as sweet as 19. Some fruits can be very deceptive as to what their bricks reading sugar content is, because they don't always taste that sweet. Nevertheless, very pleasant. And I've probably got some ripe fruits now on the seedling tree, so I'm going to do a tasting on those in the next day or two. Anyway, thanks for watching that slightly disjointed video. Please give me a thumbs up, share the video if you like, subscribe to my channel. Remember to click on the bell if you want to know when new videos come out. I'll see you all soon. Brett out for now.